Sometimes you can feel that it's coming. It's just like a wave. You can feel it but can't stop it. It lasts for as long as it wants. But when it's here, you can't run or hide from it. It is dark and unknown, like a shadow that is always following you. It makes you boiling hot, but in a second your eyes cold again. Everything is black. Even your brain shuts down and it's gone. It has a name, and it's called anxiety.
Well, I think it's important to recognise that anxiety isn't by itself pathological. It's a normal part of everyone's lives. Everyone has some measure of anxiety and it helps us avoid threats, identify dangers, and it releases energy and adrenaline to deal with things like deadlines, stresses, that kind of thing. So when people are having a lot of anxiety every day and it just impedes their ability to live a normal life, that's when it becomes an anxiety disorder. Well, there's a lot of different types. The most commonly known type is generalised anxiety disorder, which is, as you can imagine, generalised anxiety. So people with a generalised anxiety disorder have a high amount of anxiety over everyday things. They can be even routine things such as leaving the house in the morning, going into work, saying hello to the bus driver, that kind of thing. And it really impedes their everyday living. More specific types of anxiety include social anxiety disorder, which, as you can imagine, deals with the anxiety of interacting with people and how you're perceived by other people, and panic disorder, in which people have very intense episodes of anxiety and panic attacks.
Yeah, I think everybody has it, like, suffers from it at least once, whether it's like through school, for their exams, or like applying to uni, or any point, like they've had it at least once.
Well, there's no clear consensus yet. It's thought that anxiety is hereditary, so if you have parents who have anxiety disorders, you are more likely to have an anxiety disorder. It's related to neurobiological outcomes, but a lot of anxiety is rooted in social and life experiences. So people who undergo trauma, so people who are bullied, abused, people who witness or take part in traumatic events, they are more likely to develop an anxiety disorder, and stress is likewise. Well, there's a lot of different pathways for treatment for anxiety. So one of the main ways is to use medication. Antidepressants such as SSRIs are really popular for treating anxiety. There's also talking therapies such as psychotherapy and cognitive behavioural therapy, which can be really useful for some people. And there's also self-help treatments such as mindfulness and meditation, which have become more and more popular recently, and better nutrition as well to treat anxiety. But most people will use a combination of things, and the majority of people with an anxiety disorder can't really expect to recover fully from their anxiety the same way you recover from a cold. Most people need to learn how to manage their anxiety and minimise their symptoms so it interferes less with their daily lives.
Because everybody that has it, people put so much concern over like physical health and not anything really about mental health. Just kind of look to reduce the stigma around kind of mental health and mental well-being. So like, just like kind of getting more people talking about it mostly.
Find something to talk about. Talked about it with whether it's even getting in contact with the page, like somebody on the page would be more than happy to talk to you. But just find somebody to talk to. It's worse keeping it like cooped up than just saying something.
So don't be discouraged if the first treatment you use doesn't work. Don't be discouraged if the first therapist you see doesn't help you. It's a long road to recovery. It's several years of undergoing treatment, of trying different medications and figuring out what works for you personally. And just, keep at it. Talk to other people who have anxiety and realise it's a very, very common disorder. It's a very, very common symptom. You essentially just keep going, try different things.